Hello everyone, this is Robyn, and I'm so excited to bring you the online class video for Hey Love, designed by my good friend Allison Okamitsu in Canada. And I love this time of year. You guys, most of you probably know that, so I'm really excited to get started on this class, and I even have coordinating nails to go along with the Valentine theme. So you should have received in your class package the Hey Love stamp set, along with, these are the items you'll need: the Granny Apple Green Stampin' Blends combo, the Crumb Cake Stampin' Blends combo, Smoky Slate combo, and Flirty Flamingo Light blend, along with the class materials packet. In addition, the only thing you'll need for this class is the Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad, along with your adhesive. I don't even think you need scissors today. You just need adhesive and your dimensionals. And so I'll get those ready. Okay, I am all set, and we'll go ahead and open up this class materials packet. This is how I open mine, and I know some of you like to reuse your mailer when you're sending things off to give you a little extra padding. Okay, I do that, and then carefully, because your pens, if you got the pens and you didn't get the substitution, your pens are going to be in the class packet. So be very careful. And I went ahead for this class and I did label this up. I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to do this on all classes. I do it on in my class retreats, or my online retreats in a box, but I thought I would do that for this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's open up our class materials pack. And most of you will not have the extra chipboard on top. So you will have 6 Whisper White envelopes that you can coordinate and ink stamp up to match and coordinate with your cards that we're making today. So we're going to go ahead and start with the very first card, and that will have the hearts on the top. And let's see here, we're going to just pull this off. We are not using the Big Shot. I have done all of the Big Shot work for you in advance for this class to keep the class cost down. So there was a lot of die cut work and Big Shot work that was done ahead of time for you. And oh, and this one, perfect. I was missing one earlier. You're only supposed to have 2 of those. I was wondering where the extra one went, and that's where it went. So you will have 2 of the powder pink cardstock. And I forgot to tell you, I'm jumping the gun this morning. At the very bottom of your class packet, above the chipboard, you'll have the class supply list. This has everything I used to make the cards, and it has the item code, and it has the sizes. That helps me so I don't have to edit a lot on these longer videos, and it helps you so you have it accessible and it's right at your fingertips. Okay, and file those away. And we have 2 of the Smoky Slate cardstock, 2 of that, 2 of these hearts, 2 of the stitch circles, 2 of the label punches, 2 of the circle punches, and then the parts. So I only make 1 card at a time, or 1 card design. You get to make 2 of each design. This helps you to have one to give away for your collection, or give them both away, or keep them both, whatever you would like. So for this one, we're going to be using the ape right here, and we're using I'm Ape Over You. So we'll go ahead and get the ape ready, and I have my ape ready, and I have I'm Ape Over You ready. Okay, and then we'll get our Memento ink pad out. We're going to be stamping the ape on the stitched circle and the sentiment on the other circle. We can set the other materials aside for a minute. We'll go ahead and ink these up and stamp the I'm Ape Over You. And go ahead and stamp the ape in the middle. And I have my ape. So for this one, we're going to be using the Smoky Slate blends along with the light Flirty Flamingo blend. And those are the only colors. So we're going to be doing just a little bit of shading, but I'm going to go ahead and start with the light Flamingo. And we're going to color the heart. And I'm using the brush tip. You can use the bullet tip if that helps you. So we're just going to do the heart. And now I'm going to do the light Smoky Slate. And with the light Smoky Slate, I'm going to do the face and the stomach and the hands. So I will do, and I love these blends. If you've never used them, if this is your very first time, I know it's quite a few of you, this is your first time using the blends. Not all of you, but it is, I love these. These are really the only markers that I need. I don't need any other markers right now when I'm doing this kind of coloring. I love them so much. Okay. So I have the cute. Now the rest I'm just going to go ahead and do with the dark slate. If you want to shade it, if you want to add a little bit of light in here somewhere, it's up to you. I just like to color with these. I'm not big on shading, but you know you can with the blends. There's all sorts of fun things you can do. I think I did this right. It's just a little bit darker, and then you're going to hear Bella start barking because I think one of the boys might be up today. I had a late night with a teenager last night, just waiting for them to get home. And so I thought he'd be sleeping a little bit longer today. Get this video filmed for you guys like it was on my schedule. Okay. And okay. And I'm almost done. Usually I will do this off screen, but it's not too bad. And normally I have more to say. I am a woman of few words. Are you in an area where you have so much snow? Did it get so cold where you live this week? So we were the opposite. I was actually outside running yesterday. I ran a mile outside in like a t-shirt and just some thin pants. So it was actually really nice here. Okay, so I have my gray. It looks a little washed out, but there's my gray. Okay, now we're going to start putting this together. And let's bring everything back over here that we need. And let's go ahead and take this. We do need the scissors for one thing. We're going to take our punch here. This is the classic label punch, one of our punches. And we're going to actually, this is going to be behind our ape circle. So we're going to add some adhesive to the back of each side. And then this is just going to show through like this. It's just going to look like one big label punch. Just make sure you put it on there straight. Okay. And like that. Okay, so now we have that part ready. Let's go ahead and fold over our powder pink cardstock. Whoops, got my scissors on the floor. Okay, I'm going to fold the powder pink cardstock. We are going to take the Smoky Slate cardstock and we're going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back of this. Now this one's going to line up flush on the left side like this. And that looks so fun. It's just fun to add the paper and just try different things out with it. You don't always have to do everything the same. All right, now we're going to take our hearts, and you might need, I think regular adhesive would be fine. We're just going to put this back here. I'm going to add some adhesive on the back of it. I'm going to put it right here, and then just make sure you save room because we're also going to add this around it. So this is one of the die cuts. It's called, what's it called? Be Mine. I always want to say Be Mine. I don't know. I have the name on the supply list, but I used it, I think, on all three. We used it, well, Allison used it. She designed the class. On all all 3 designs. It's a lot of cutting, but I'm going to add that back here. And if you want to use the two-way glue or the fine tip glue pen. Okay, sorry, I had to stop for a second. It's Saturday and I was thinking everyone was going to sleep in. They normally do. And everyone decided they wanted to get up and sing in the kitchen, which is fine. And I only have boys that live at home right now. Both of my daughters, neither one of them live at home. One's at college and one just got married. I'm not sure if you knew that. But I have one that just got married and one that is off at college. So nobody is home. I mean, no girls are home. Okay, so I'm going to add that across there. And now what I'm going to do, let's take some dimensionals. This is so cute. Let's take some of my Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to probably just do 4 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think I'm going to put one on the back of my, just one on the back of the ape one. And I'll show you in a second. And we're going to have this off to the side. This is perfect for Valentine's. I'm actually the class mom for my 6th grader, and so I'm planning some fun things. We're going to do some fun things for his Valentine party, and I know I'm going to be using this stamp set. I can't wait. I'm kind of over all of it, and we're doing some fun games, decorating some bags. So I'll have some of these cuts for the kids to decorate their bags with. Okay, here's card number 1. You guys love it? So cute. Okay, let's go on to card number 2. I'm going to set that aside. So card number 2, we are going to, oh, this one's a cute one too. They're all cute. Actually, I love every single card design. I normally do, but I really, really, really do. Because this is my favorite holiday, and so, of course, right? Okay, so we have 2 of the thick Whisper White, 2 of the Coastal Cabana, which I love, and then 2 more regular Whisper White. You'll have 2 strips of the pattern paper and then lots of die cuts, Big Shot work, 2 of each of all of these. And now for this one, we're going to be stamping the otter. So grab the otter and then grab the sentiment that says, "You otter be my Valentine." You otter be my Valentine, and then the otter. So the otter, we are going to stamp. We are. That's hilarious. I just corrected myself. Okay, so you'll only have 1 piece of this, and the reason why is we're going to stamp on this. You'll have lots of extra. We're going to go ahead and stamp. So let me show you where we're going to stamp. Get our black memento out. So we're going to stamp "You ought to be my Valentine" right here, and then we're going to just hand cut around it. Okay? And then we're going to stamp the otter in the center of this oval. Ta-da! Just kind of hanging out, hanging around. And now for the pens that we need, we're using the Crumb Cake, the dark and the light Crumb Cake, and we're using the light Flirty Flamingo again. Okay. So we will go ahead and start with the Flirty Flamingo, and we're using the Flirty Flamingo on one more aspect of this card. We're going to make a background with it in just a few minutes. And then I'm going to do the same thing here first. I'm just going to start with the face, with the light, with the Crumb Cake. I love Crumb Cake. I use it for so many different things. You guys, it's just been around forever. It's perfect for like almost every season. Okay, so now if you want to kind of, I'm going to do the bottom of the feet too. And I'm going to add the dark. I probably should have done those in light, maybe not. Okay. And what I love about that is even when you're blending, like if you wanted to blend and add some light, there's really no lines once it absorbs. It's really cool. The Stampin' Blends are amazing. I didn't say that already. Okay. So cute. I'm going to actually add some more on here. I'm going to take the Flirty Flamingo, the light, and I'm just going to Added on these little lines here, like that. Okay, so set that aside. Now we're going to take our Whisper White cardstock right here and grab a background piece of paper. Grab one, I'll be right back. Okay, now for the background. This is super fun. We're just going to draw lines. How easy is that? So we're just going to take the brush tip, and it doesn't even have to be straight. We're just going to just draw some lines across. Whoops, that one's crooked, but that's okay, because I accidentally messed up, and there's no messing up in creativity and paper crafts, so just make your own lines. Ta-da! Okay, that was it. And now we'll start to put this together. I need my background sheet for the next part. I am going to take this piece of thick Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and score it because it's super thick. I'm going to score it, and I can fold this in half. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to fold this in half. And now we're going to take the Coastal Cabana cardstock, and then we're going to take this layer here. So we'll start with this layer, our own background layer. Go ahead and put some adhesive on the back, and I'm going to add that on my Coastal Cabana. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this, and I'm going to add this on my Whisper White thick cardstock. And now I'm going to take this little piece here of the Designer Series paper, and this is going to go, you can put this one in the middle. We're going to be a little more symmetrical on this one. That one's going to go somewhat in the middle. And then we're going to take this fun label here and put some adhesive on your oval. And that's going to be behind that. Isn't that cool? How it all coordinates with they all coordinate with each other. And now I'm going to go ahead and take the heart, and I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive on the left side. Put that right here. And now we're going to take our scissors, and we're just going to hand cut. And cut. All right. Get these out of my way. All right, and the last thing we're going to do is just put some dimensionals on the back of all of these. Let's take some adhesive though for our sentiment. And the sentiment's gonna go across here. You ought to be my Valentine. And then I'm gonna take some dimensionals, put them all on the back. I'm going to make sure one's on the heart, just to kind of reinforce it a little bit. Okay, just have some random ones. Oops. And then we're going to put this on here. You ought to be my Valentine. I'm going to straighten that up a little bit better. Right here. Actually, I'm going to add a dimensional. I'm going to add a dimensional on the right side of the back of my sentiment. So I just popped it off because I want it to raise up like that. So there is card number 2. And now it is time to move on to our very last card, which is going to be using the cute alligator and all the fun bright green, granny apple green. So let's go ahead and separate these into 2 piles. We have 2 of the bright granny apple green, 2 of the embossed. You'll have 2. This one you'll have 2 of everything except for the white piece on top. You'll just have 1 of those. So 2. And you'll have 1 of this one here. So let's go ahead and stamp. For this one we're going to be using the Hey Valentine, and you can use the other scrap piece if you want to. We're gonna also just hand cut this out. And then we're stamping on this square with the cute, adorable, I'm just like freaking out, it's so cute. The adorable alligator right here. Okay, right here, ta-da. And this one. And I gave you guys plenty. That doesn't look crooked. I mean, that doesn't look crooked. That looked crooked. That was funny. And now we get to color up this adorable alligator. So you kind of get to decide what you want to do. We're going to use the dark crumb cake, or we're going to use the light crumb cake. And we're using the Flirty Flamingo, the light. And then of course we're using the Granny Apple Green. And we're going to go ahead and start coloring. We will first start with the crumb cake, the light crumb cake. We're just going to kind of do a shadow. Just kind of a shadow, because you know, alligators are probably standing on the dirt by the pond, or I lived in Florida for a while. They could be hiding anywhere, actually. Beware. But most likely they're somewhere by the pond or the lake. And they're usually not this adorable, by the way. Maybe some of them are, but not the ones I saw. So when we lived in Florida, on Sunday after church, we would go drive and look for, we would go look for alligators. How crazy is that? And we had 3 little kids at the time, and that was like our fun family thing to do. Didn't cost us any money but gas. So we would just drive and go and look. I'd tell my husband, stop here. We're going to go look on the side of the road. And he would stop, and I'd look until I found an alligator, and I usually would. An alligator, sometimes I'd see copperhead snakes. So it was quite interesting living in Florida. It was really kind of fun. I loved that. Okay, so everything else, we're not going to do the eyeballs or the teeth with the darker. So just be kind of careful. Just kind of maybe go around them first. Use the brush tip, or if you need to use the bullet, use the bullet tip, so you don't accidentally. And it's okay, you might have green teeth. This alligator may not have gone to the dentist in quite a while. And that's what you get. I'm not going to do the eyelids, I don't think. Let me look. I'm looking at my sample that she has. We're going to do the light green on the eyelids. Let's just do that. Let's just do the, leave the eyes white. He's like so excited. This is an alligator in love. Yeah, and I am fascinated by alligators and crocodiles. I really am. And sharks, I'm fascinated, but I'm scared to death. And my friend Ashley just told me how she went scuba diving. And it was her first time scuba diving, and there were sharks. There was one right behind her following her. And she didn't freak out. And that just gave me just such anxiety for her to tell me that story. That just happened last week. You wouldn't find me in the water with alligators or sharks. Sorry. Welcome to my class videos. If you're new, I just kind of babble on about whatever I think of at the moment. So let's now, I'm going to hand cut my, you can use a paper trimmer too. That makes you feel like you can do it straighter. It doesn't even have, doesn't matter. Such a small piece, you know. It's so windy out at our house today and last night. Oh my goodness. So windy. We are getting a storm, a winter storm, but not like a huge one. We're not getting a big one. We'll get probably a couple inches of snow. That's it. In a couple days. Okay. But I'm always wrong about that. Don't ask me. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put our cute, adorable card together. I'm so excited. I don't know what I did with my other card. I was going to get all the cards ready to show you because this is the last card. And I'm so excited that I will have 6 Valentines ready. And now I have like a son-in-law and a daughter-in-law. Well, I mean, I don't have a daughter-in-law. I've got my own daughter. And I've got a son-in-law. but we're doing something fun on that Saturday for Valentine's Day. I have older kids now, so, and married kids, so I'm trying to make it super fun for them. While they live close at least, right? And then I'll send packages. Okay, so let's go ahead. I never knew in Robyn's class video I was going to hear her life story. Didn't sign up for that. Sorry. It's kind of what you get with me. So I hope you like learning more about some random things in my life, because I have a lot of random things in my life. So we're going to go ahead and put that embossed paper down, and let's go ahead and add this piece of designer series paper to the bottom like that. And now let's go ahead. I'm going to add the Sweetie Cute heart. This is just going to lay flat as a background, just kind of up here off to the right. And now let's go ahead and layer up. Oh my goodness, I love it. It's so stinking cute. I'm gonna have to make some customer cards today using this for my amazing customers. When you guys order online, for my online shopping page, I make cards for you guys. I gotta catch up a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and on the left side, I'm just going to put this up here. And now let's go ahead. How cute is that? We're gonna add dimensionals. And then we are done. This is not as long of a class video as they normally are. They're normally like 40 minutes to an hour. This one will be a little bit shorter because we didn't have to do the big shot on this one. Have to, get to, want to, whatever. This is a good class, a good quick class. You can make a bunch of Valentines with these designs. Oops, I almost forgot one. All right. We're just going to add that off to the left right here. And now we are done with the Hey Love online class. Oh my goodness, you guys, how adorable are these all? So adorable. Thank you so much for signing up, and I hope to see you in my next online class or retreat in a box. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.